Welcome, Sojourners, to the Women's Leadership Mindset series presented by Teresa K. Page, LLC. My name is Teresa Page. I am your host and looking forward to spending these next few moments with all of you. We have a lot of work to get done on today, but first, allow me to invite you to connect with me by subscribing to my website and YouTube channel. Connect and follow me on LinkedIn, and always feel free to contact me directly via email at teresakpagellc@outlook.com. So what is our goal? Well, as an author, speaker, coach, and mentor, my mission is to help professional women renew their leadership mindset with fresh fire and purpose through the mediums of leadership development and coaching services. However, the Women's Leadership Mindset series is a new initiative intended to spotlight powerful women leaders and how they serve the world through their professions and purpose. So with the goal to help women realize their unfulfilled dreams and re-energize the leaders they always were, this platform is designed to enhance, empower, educate, equalize, and even emancipate, as our special guests share their entrepreneurial stories, provide valuable resources, and guidance in a caring, professional, and impactful manner. So, let's get down to business. Hi there, leaders. Today, I would like to speak to you about enlarging your vision by sharing a personal experience of mine. So in one of my previous communications, I have shared that I recently secured in-store placement to feature my book series, My Journey to Wholeness, within the Painted Tree Boutique Marketplace in the Charlotte Matthews region here in North Carolina. When this opportunity presented itself, I had a very clear picture of what I wanted my space to look like and to feel like. But when I initially counted the cost or counted up the cost of what it would take to launch my space, which is staging and inventory and all the things that go into creating a retail space, I opted to get my foot in the door by acquiring a space that I immediately knew was too small. Now, while I am honestly excited about having my books within this boutique marketplace, the foot in the door option has limited the amount of inventory that I can put on my shelves. And it also puts me in a position to trade information for goods as I attempt to convince actively shopping customers to somehow stop and go visit my online shop so they can experience the full range of my gift collection. So I am totally aware. I'm already aware, and I think I was already aware when I put everything on my shelf that this is going to be difficult to scale in this manner, selling one book at a time or one gift at a time, that this is going to be a difficult way to scale. And so in the last few weeks, it has been brought to my head and to my heart, and it's been brought to my attention that I need to stop trying to cram a big vision into a small space. So the question is, what must I do? Well, I am reminded of an old ancient 8th century passage that indicates the following. It says to enlarge the place of thy tent and let them stretch forth the curtains of thy habitation. Spare not, lengthen thy cords and strengthen thy stakes, but thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left. Now, as I consider this passage, I have assessed that I already have my tent. I already have a tent. Teresa K Page LLC. That is my tent. And in order to move forward with this in-store book placement, part of my vision, I realized that I already have the appropriate operations and the systems, the access to inventory, the manufacturers, all of the things that needs to be put in place for shipment to make this thing come to pass. I already have those things in place. I have what it takes to support the fulfillment of this vision. However, to truly break forth on the right and on the left, I must work on acquiring the right kind of funding. And I must also work on acquiring the right kind of marketing strategies to enlarge, to stretch forth, to lengthen, and to strengthen my vision to realize its full potential. So I already know that my work for the remainder of this quarter, now that we're in the third quarter of 2025, I already know that my work is cut out for me in regards to the painted tree. I'm already aware of what needs to be done so I can bring my vision to its full potential. So, what about you? What do you need to bring your vision into its full potential? Do you need more room, more support, more funding, more talent, more time, more development, more planning? Whatever the resource, the first thing I want to suggest is to first remove the thought that it is out of your reach. The next suggestion is to count up the cost to acquire your vision, to implement your vision, and to sustain the vision. All the things so that you're able to bring the fullness of your vision into a reality. And so that's just good old fashioned math, adding, subtraction, multiplication, division, all of the things. So whatever it's going to take, make sure that you account for all of those things and what it would potentially cost. And as you are counting up your costs, don't forget to include such things as your time. Do you have time to commit to the vision that you need to bring into a reality? Do you have all of the skills, all of the abilities, all of the giftings that you need to bring this vision into reality? Or do you need to contract that type of expertise from someplace else? Do you have the energy for it? Do you have the access? So there are also other intangibles that you will have to count up while you are counting up your costs concerning your vision. Another suggestion of concerning the resource that you might need to bring your vision into full potential is that you need to consider who or where you can access that which is required within your immediate sphere, within your immediate sphere of influence. Who do you know? Where can you go that you could put your hands on in the next, either later today or within the next couple of days? Figure out who that is, the who and the where, and make a connection. After you have made your connection, be prepared to share a communication detailing your request of the resources needed and specifically lay out how the resource will be allocated with your potential contributor or those who's going to buy in into your vision. Be sure that you have something tangible that they can put their hands on for their consideration. And upon receipt of your request, be prepared to provide your contributor any necessary documentation for their business records. And above all, execute and win. When you get your resources, put it to work. Don't let it sit, don't squander it, and make sure you apply it to that which you said that you was going to apply it to. Be honorable in that way. Do not allocate those resources to some place that you did not indicate. Be honest about how you're going to allot your resource and apply it to that which you said that you were going to do. And win. So, leaders, I want you to always remember that if you saw the vision, it has already entered into the realm of your possibility. If you saw it, and especially if you start to speak it and to articulate, you can have what you say. You're already beginning to create the infrastructure just by your words, just by putting it in the atmosphere. After you see it, after you start to speak it, then it's time to put some elbow grease behind it to make it come to pass. So, whatever it is, do not short or suffocate the vision that you've been entrusted with. Be willing to do what it takes to realize what you saw the first time. So, if you need support in this regard, or if you can see a big picture but you can't see the way forward, then I would like to lend you my imagination as a coach to help you reach your unfulfilled goals, objectives, and your dreams. I'm a big picture girl. I have a very large imagination. And the cool thing is, I don't suffer from the barriers that you may feel will prevent you from reaching your dream. So I can see a pathway, and I can help you clear the pathway. Now, the road may not always be straight. It doesn't mean that you won't have to put some time in it. It doesn't mean that you may not have to go back to the drawing board. But together, we are able to put together, consider the options that's within your reach, as well as to figure out your barriers and how we're able to either prevent them or to get around them, to create a workaround them, and to create a workable and a feasible plan of execution so that you can achieve all that you truly want to achieve. So you're more than welcome to schedule a meeting with Teresa. You will see my link in the bio so that you may schedule a meeting with Teresa so that we can have a 30-minute discovery coaching call, complimentary. And let's create the life that you truly want for yourself. And realize what you saw the very first time. So until next time, here's to the journey, and let's move forward.